Hello, so AQA Pure 1, January 2013, question 2. And the question says, a bird flies from a tree at a time t seconds. The bird's height, y meters, above the horizontal ground is given by y equals 1 over 8 t to the, I'll write this down, y equals 1 over 8 t to the 4 plus t squared plus 5, with 0 being less than or equal to t being less than equal to 4. Part A. Find dy over dt. I mean, don't get stressed that this is using t rather than x. It's just exactly the same thing. They've just used a different letter. So differentiating this, you times 1 over 8 by 4. So that's 4 over 8, which is obviously also 1 over 2, and then take 1 away from the power. And then times by 2, 2t, take 1 away from the power, just 1. And then 5 reduces to nothing. So that's the answer. And then part B, I. Find the rate of change of height of the bird in meters per second when t equals 1. So t equals 1. Rate of change is the same as gradient, which you differentiate to find anyway. So at the point t equals 1, we just plug t equals 1 into this equation. So 4 over 8 times 1 cubed plus 2 times 1 equals, so we have 4 over 8, which is 1 over 2 times 1 plus 2. So we know that, I've written the question out wrong. So this is actually minus. So we're going to have a minus here as well. So this is also going to be minus. So this is going to equal minus 1.5. And make sure you always keep things in fractions rather than decimals. Okay, so because that's just how they like it written, and you'll find it's a lot easier. So part 2 is determine with a reason whether the bird's height above the horizontal ground is increasing or decreasing when t equals 1. So this is basically the gradient. If you think of it as a graph, this is the gradient. And this is when t equals 1. So because it's negative, I think there's nothing more to say other than if you think of it like a graph, the gradient is decreasing. So this is less than 0, so therefore height decreasing. And that's all the mark scheme's looking from you. Part C. Part I. Find the second differential. Okay, so we're just going to differentiate this again. So 4 over 8 times 3, so that's 12 over 8. Remove 1 from the power, that makes that 2, minus 2. Okay, and then it says find the value when t equals 2, so then we're just going to sub 2 into that. So 12 times 2 squared divided by 8 minus 2 equals, okay, so the answer to this is 4. And then part 2 says, given that y has a stationary value when t equals 2, state whether this is a maximum value or a minimum value. Okay, so because a stationary value, I've said before, is, say this is a graph, it's when the gradient equals 0. If we're told that this is a stationary value, then the gradient if we're told that y has a stationary value when t equals 2, then the gradient must equal 0. We could check that by putting it into this. So 2 cubed divided by 8 is 4, minus 2 times 2 is 4, so the gradient equals 0. And because 4 is greater than 0, it means that it's a minimum value. I hope this was helpful, and thank you for watching.